Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SEO0320 representing JVS. So I'm back again for another review for Westworld Season 2, Episode 6, The Phase Space. Another great episode. Definitely pushing the envelope when it comes to storytelling and positioning of characters. Like, the show is unparalleled on that note. Like, it can take a character and just, like, throw them. Like, take Black, the Man in Black, take William, for instance. Him having his daughter there, I think that honestly Ed Harris did so much emotion in this one that probably the best acting that he's done. Honestly, like, his eyes were just watered, like you could tell there's confusion all over him, and at the same time he knew that he has to stick to his purpose and his motivation, but yet at the same time his daughter's trying to keep him at length, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is why I'm here. It's not because of what your opinion of me is. This is why I'm really here. I thought that was really dope and profound. Take Maeve, for instance. Maeve, I disagree with her decision going down there to go get her daughter without backup. That didn't make any sense. I disagree with not only her getting her daughter and grabbing her and running into the field. Why not stop and fight? Like, I really don't get it. Like, it was like she became the same exact person that she's always been. And that's one of the things that I felt like when she was sitting there going back to get her daughter, it was like, this is a vain pursuit. Like, you're moving past who you were as a retribution of what happened. Now, she's got her daughter in her possession, but yet she just stays stagnant. Not in the necessarily sense that she didn't run, but like, you have all this power, but yet you allowed yourself to feel with so much fear that you run away with your daughter. I just didn't get it. I mean, I get maybe that she doesn't have any control of the Indians, but like, I don't know. Like, if you knew that was the case, then you should have rode down with your posse and y'all should have went to work. That's all Now, the whole part about the programming and the other person, like, she should have estimated that, or at least saw that in the database, that she's got changed out. So, of course, her daughter's going to be with somebody else. And they allow her to go live through that same exact thing over and over and over again. The other thing I didn't like, really, about the beginning part was not necessarily the burnout part, because I'm going to get to that later, because I think that ties into him going into the system, which is going to be interesting. It's going to unfold probably the next 2 to 3 episodes. I'm talking about the very opening shot at Shogun, where you have her with 2 katanas, and the last thing we saw her is walking out to the battlefield, and then we see, you know, her with bloody katanas, and I never got to see her fight at all. I never got to see her, like, cut anybody down. Like, I was, like, legit kind of disappointed. You can check out my reaction. I said the same exact thing. I was like, I wanted to see her go to work, not just mentally, not just, you know, they're controlling them, but her defending herself. And I think that would have been something that, if I would have seen that in the beginning of the episode, then it would have been even more so, like, reminiscent of her still staying who she was. Like, you sitting there seeing her in the beginning episode with 2 katanas ready and willing to fight for the person that represents her, but then she gets back to the same place and she's just kind of running with her daughter. Like, I wasn't really behind that. Now, I think it's going to be a learning and evolution of her character ultimately, especially from a trusting standpoint. She shouldn't have trusted the old boy. But, I don't know, it's just kind of a backtrack a little bit for me. Now, Bernard and what he is learning and understanding, same thing with Tessa Thompson, they about to catch a revelation. And, I mean, honestly, when Bernard went into the system, I was like, this isn't good. Like, if this is all their, you know, minds in this location, and you sitting there seeing this random dog, I was like, yo, as soon as I seen that piano, I was like, this is crazy. Even if you looked at the preview also, when you look in my man's eyes, like, I was like, somebody that honestly looks like Wyatt / Dolores in his eyes talking to him. So I think that the very beginning is literally just going to be a rehash of everything that happens. Like, it's going to play out the same exact way, but he's going to come out differently. And I think that Ford is trying to recreate who they were. I think that he is bringing Arnold back. Or Arnold's trying to bring himself back. I'm not really sure if it was Ford and Arnold's like, we're gonna bring ourselves back and be in this, or if Ford decided to do this on his own, or if Arnold decided to do this on. I'm not really sure. But it was a good episode. Again, like, some of my issues were the more Maeve thing. Like, I wanted to see her really cut those dudes down and really show what she's really truly capable of from a physicality standpoint, not just a mental ability or power standpoint. And then, I mean, I don't know. Like, with the whole daughter thing, that was a whole other thing. I guess one thing I left out was Teddy. Teddy, I don't know what Dolores thought. I know it's Dolores and Wyatt, so part of her is really feeling that conviction side of things. But she basically lobotomized him. Like, he is vain of emotion. Now, I don't know if it was pity, him giving the guy the gun with the one bullet, like the last emotional part of him, or if that was just evil. I'm not really sure. But I'm led to believe the former. So, either way, hope y'all enjoyed this review. Definitely check out our reactions coming up soon. Keep it locked. JVS, we don't stop. Have a blessed night. Peace, guys. Have a great Memorial Day.